In the quaint village of Eldergrove, a storyteller held the attention of the crowd gathered in the town square with tales of hidden treasures and ancient legends. Among the listeners were Mia and Jake, best friends with vastly different temperaments. Mia, a curious and brave girl, sat at the edge of her seat, eyes wide with excitement, while Jake, ever cautious, listened with a mix of intrigue and apprehension. At the fringes of the forest, Felix, a talking fox known only to a few, watched the proceedings with keen interest. The storyteller's words carried through the evening air and settled deep in Mia's heart, the story of a hidden treasure in the magical forest. Later that night, Mia could hardly contain her excitement. "We have to find it, Jake," she exclaimed, grabbing Jake's arm. "Think about it, a real treasure." Jake hesitated, his cautious nature battling with the thrill of adventure. From behind a tree, Felix watched them with his piercing eyes, curiosity piqued by the children's determination. Finally, Jake sighed, "All right, let's do it." The following morning, Mia and Jake stood at the edge of the enchanted forest. Sunlight filtered through the dense foliage, casting a magical glow. The air felt alive, charged with whispers of ancient magic. Unbeknownst to them, Felix silently trailed behind, ensuring they stayed on a safe path. Just as the forest began to feel overwhelming, Felix decided to reveal himself. "Greetings," he said, stepping into their path. "I'm Felix, and I've been watching you too. The path ahead is filled with challenges, but if you heed my advice, we might just find this treasure together." Mia's eyes sparkled with delight. "Thank you, Felix. We could use your help." Jake remained wary but nodded in agreement. Felix led them to a clearing and presented a riddle that would direct them further. Mia and Jake huddled, whispering and thinking hard. After a few tense moments, Mia's face lit up with discovery. "The answer is shadow," she said confidently. Felix nodded approvingly and pointed toward the next path. Their journey led them to a glowing stream that seemed impossible to cross. Mia scanned the surroundings while Felix hinted at a hidden bridge. "Look for what is not immediately visible," he suggested. Mia noticed subtle patterns in the light and exclaimed, "There's the bridge." As she spoke, a magnificent bridge of light emerged, allowing them safe passage. Felix's smile broadened as he led them across. Entering deeper into the forest, they soon encountered a realm filled with illusions of treasure. Everywhere they looked, illusions of gold and jewels shimmered. But something felt off. "It's a trick," Mia warned Jake, recognizing the deceit. Felix remained calm, guiding them through the false temptations. Their next challenge tested their trust and teamwork. They arrived at a wide gap they needed to leap across. Jake hesitated, fear gripping him. "You can do it," Mia encouraged, holding out her hand. With a deep breath, Jake jumped, grasping Mia's hand in midair, and safely landed on the other side. Proud of their courage, Felix led them to a hidden cave covered in vines. They entered cautiously with Felix close behind. Inside, they found a treasure chest glowing with an ethereal light. Felix warned them, "Remember, greed has its consequences." Mia and Jake exchanged thoughtful glances. "Let's just take a small gem," Mia suggested. Felix nodded approvingly as they carefully selected a single gem. As they exited the cave, the forest seemed to shimmer more brightly. "The forest is pleased with your honesty," Felix explained. The magical scenery gave them a sense of fulfillment greater than any treasure. Returning to their village, Mia and Jake felt a sense of accomplishment and wisdom that transcended their age. The small gem sparkled in Mia's hand, a token of their adventure and the virtues they had upheld. Felix watched them from the edge of the forest, a knowing smile on his face, before vanishing into the trees. The village of Eldergrove would never be the same.